working goal 1.3, we're going to talk about the order of operations. So our order of operations are grouping symbols. Grouping symbols include brackets, braces, parentheses, and fraction bar. Okay? So if you've heard of PEMDAS before, which is, it's good. I'm not saying it's not, but PEMDAS only says parentheses. There are more than different kinds of grouping symbols than just parentheses. Okay? Exponents come next. Multiplication or division left to right. So when you think of PEMDAS, which you may have heard of before, multiplication doesn't take precedent over division, and it makes it seem like that, but it does not. And it makes it seem like addition takes precedent over subtraction. It does not. It's going to be working left to right. Okay, so we're going to go through these 4 questions. Then I'm going to give you some to practice in class. And then we're going to go to 1-4. All right, so grouping symbols. First question, has no grouping symbols. Exponents, yep. So here's my first step. 3 to the 2nd power. So everything else does not change. It stays the same. So the only thing I did in that step was my 3 to the 2nd power. Then, continuing my order of operations. Exponents are gone, so we go to multiplication or division left to right. So when I read across, here's my division. So that's my next step. And again, everything else stays the same. 24 minus, and then 27 divided by 9 is 3, plus 12 comes down. Now, all I have is addition, subtraction. So it's important, again, to know that addition doesn't come before subtraction. Since it's all addition, subtraction, we're going to just do this left to right. So 24 minus 3, 21, plus 12 comes down, and then 21 plus 12, 33. So again, you can use your calculator to do the individual steps, but we're not going to use the calculator just to punch the whole thing in. So I'm going to ask you, it will be in the directions to show your work on those, okay? All right, so my next one, grouping symbols. We have got some of those. So this is first. So 16 divided by 8 plus 2 parentheses 4. Now, we have done the work in the grouping symbols. Now it changes to multiplication. So the grouping symbol part is done. Now it's multiplication. So next would be exponents. We don't have any of those. Next would be multiplication or division left to right. So that means that this comes next. So 2 plus 2 times 4. We've still got multiplication left to right. So this is next. 2 plus 8. And 2 plus 8 is 10. So again, grouping symbols. Get rid of all of that. Then do your exponents. Then multiplication or division, then addition or subtraction. All right, the next one's got a few grouping symbols. So grouping symbols first. So we go inside our brackets. So I'm not looking at the 9 on the outside. I'm ignoring that completely. Inside my brackets, let's just talk about this part right here. We're going to talk about that first. So inside the brackets, grouping symbols first, which means this is my first step. When you identify that first step, everything else is the same. So all I've done was that 4 plus 1. All right, grouping symbols. Again, I'm inside my brackets. Inside my brackets, I have subtraction and I have exponents. Exponents come before subtraction. 5 to the 2nd, 25. Still have grouping symbols. Now I'm going to take my 32 minus 25. and get 7, and now it's a multiplication, 63. I do want to show you on your calculator where that squared button is. I think you might be able to do it in your head, but just in case you get a number that you can't. If you look catty corner to the 7, you'll see a button that says x squared. So we probably know that 5 squared is 25, but I'll show you how to put that in. So if I go to 5 first, and then I press the button, again, it's catty corner, which means it goes like, here's my 7, it goes this way, up to the left, and you'll see the button that says x squared. You press that, and it shoots a power of 2 up. Enter. When we're working on this in just a bit, if you have a question on how to do that, I'll show you. All right, grouping symbols first. So that means do the work above the fraction line, do the work below the fraction line, and then put it together. So on top, powers come before subtraction. So 16 minus 2. And in the bottom, multiplication comes before addition. 2 times 3. And then we'll do the subtraction on the top, 14. We'll do the addition on the bottom, 7. And then we can finally do the division. 14 divided by 7 is 2. All right, go back now to classroom and load up your OTL for 1-3 and 1-4. It's one paper. Your OTL for 1-3 and 1-4. Load that up.